Okay. Good evening, everyone. It is 7:07. Please join us for the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. Just some board meeting rules. We thank you for coming. We appreciate your taking the time to attend our meeting and welcome your comments. The Board of Education would like to remind community members that meetings are not public forums. Rather, they are business meetings held in public where dialogue is not normally conducted with audience members. If you would like to share your thoughts with the board, please state your name and address and limit your comments to 3 minutes. Please understand we will not respond to your comments or questions at this time, but if you would like a response, please be sure to include your phone number or email address on the sign-in sheet by the door. Please note that public comments for items on the agenda will occur during the first comment section and all other comments occurring during the second comment section. Comments should be in reference to a school topic or interest, not an individual or an employee position. Speakers are asked to be respectful, as we regularly have students attending these meetings as part of their coursework. Anyone who wishes to address the board, please step up to the podium and turn on the microphone so we can all hear your comments. Thank you. Our first item tonight is going to be correspondence. Don't believe we have anything. Item number 5 is public comment session for items that are on tonight's agenda. And we have Jennifer Edwards. Or do you want to do that during the new business?
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Jennifer Edwards. I'm the cheerleading coach here at Tri-Valley, and the varsity cheerleaders would like to go to Sleepaway Cheer Camp for 3 days this summer. I feel it would do them a lot of good because we did compete in our first cheer competition this year. We won first place, but there's always room for improvement. So next year we'd like to go to sectionals, and we need 3 competitions to do that, to qualify. So I feel that going to cheer camp would benefit the cheer team.
So you're requesting transportation to and from the camp, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's a 4-night, is it a 4-day or
4
4-night
day,
camp?
3 night.
Okay. So that's a bus transportation to the camp. Good. Great.
Great.
Have a good one.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy. Thank you. Okay, George. Our next item is going to be item 6. We have a presentation and guests, and the item is a proposed contingency budget 23 to 24 presentation by Assistant Superintendent for Finance and Human Resources, Mr. Bob Whitaker.
Okay, every year I have to develop a contingency budget. What is a contingency budget? On May 16th, the budget that the board adopts goes up for public vote. If the budget fails, the board has a couple of options. They can go for the statewide public pre-vote day, which is usually the 3rd Tuesday in June. At that time, they may put up the same exact budget, put up a budget with a higher dollar value, put up a budget with a lower dollar. Or they can go to a contingency. If the second vote fails, you go to a contingency budget then. So what this is, it allows you to have a budget in place for next year if the budget votes down twice. So the parameters for what must be deducted from your original budget proposal are narrow but gray. Basically, any educational expenses within the district, in the budget, may still be in there, but non-educational expenses have to be removed from the budget. If the Tri-Valley District ever got to going to a contingency, there would be times that the board may actually have to make a decision, is it an educational expense or is it not? So the deducts we have for this year, most of them, I look at equipment. So we have, I forget how much money exactly is in equipment in the budget, but the deducts are ones that are not considered to be educationally important or educationally necessary. If I had a budget item in there for a new pickup truck, is that educational necessary? No. That would be included in the capital. So the deducts of $327,000 basically are mostly all equipment, but they're non-educational related expenses. We have a lot of money invested in computer equipment for students. It's an educational expense, so that's not included in the deduct. So the total budget would now be $36,169,986, which is a 0.92% increase rather than a 1.84%. Your taxes really don't change dramatically. You could, like I said, we don't tax until August anyway, but every board is required to adopt a contingency budget as a fallback in case the original budget does not pass and it goes down twice. I'm required to report this to the state of New York as we get into budget season, so they know what the contingency plan is. And it's on your agenda tonight to adopt. Anybody have any questions? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bob. Okay, the next item up is number 7. It's the superintendent's report from Mrs. Erin Long.
Good evening, everyone. I wanted to update everybody on a couple of things. Mr. Diamond had a question at the last board meeting about our doctor having to sign off on another doctor's form that had come back from a student's visit. So what I found out is the only time our doctor is getting involved with a second sign off if it's for a concussion. So if a student is diagnosed with a concussion, they have a return to play protocol they have to follow. And all of our doctor does is verify that our nurse made sure and our coaches made sure that the student went through the protocol. So there shouldn't be 2 sign-offs from 2 doctors. Okay. In your packets tonight, we gave you the sample of our new budget newsletter. It also is going to be our new format for our guidepost. So you should be able to take a peek at that straight in your packet. Feel free to look it over and you can share any thoughts with me, after the meeting or tomorrow if you want anything changed on it. We work with this wonderful girl from Cap Region BOCES. Her name is Melanie Menkel. She's with us 2 days a week and she's fantastic. So we were really pleased with how this turned out. And again, we'll take any feedback, and if we're good to go, then we will send that to print tomorrow, right? I think so.
Send it up for
Print.
for print.
Send to the queue, yeah. I just want to remind the board that the Sullivan County Annual Dinner will be held on April 13th. That's a Thursday at Sullivan BOCES at the Reuben Pollock Educational Center. It begins at 5:15 and the annual meeting begins at 6. So far, Mr. Stryker, Mr. Dean, and myself are signed up. So anyone else that would like to go, please let Norma know by noon tomorrow. Last night, Mr. Stryker and I attended a BOCES event to preview the showing of a documentary called Dead on Arrival. This film is about the fentanyl crisis. The Sullivan County Drug Task Force, along with several agencies in Sullivan County, are actively trying to engage our families and communities in these conversations. It was a pretty raw film to watch. And I think the thing that I took away the most from it, which is quite scary, is that our kids can order drugs online. They can go to an app. They can order drugs with an emoji. And really, I just learned what an emoji was about 3 years ago, but they have emojis to symbol the drug. They can pay cash on a cash app, and they never need to see a drug dealer. So delivered to their house can be a pill. And it was pretty eye-opening. And I do think it's really easy for us here in our community to think it's not going to happen, that it won't be in our school, that it won't happen to our children, but it will. And I think moving forward, we might want to consider as a board creating our own task force and proactively addressing, the need for open communication with our students and our families. And I know we've got some of our board members that are actively involved in that, for their profession. So I do think it's a conversation we should consider, because it was tough. It was tough to watch. I wanted to acknowledge our faculty, our staff, and our administrative team. If you have been on campus in the last 2 weeks, there's been an event going on almost every single night in both buildings. We have had an incredible showing of our families at events, and our students have shared many of their talents in a variety of ways. And all of this happens because of our community partnership, but it also is the behind the scenes planning and organizing that takes place from our staff. And that's in all departments. It has been incredible around here for the last 2 weeks. And finally, I want to wish Mr. Pulley a wonderful final day with us tomorrow and a much deserved step into retirement. It is clear from all the hugs and the handshakes and the well wishes that he has received in the last few weeks that he will be sorely missed. Mr. Pulley, I know you're not here this evening, but we want to thank you for your commitment to Tri-Valley, to your services to thousands of students that you've worked with over the years, and your service to our country. From the Board of Education, we wish you all the best.
Thank you, Ms. Swan. The next item is item 8, items the board wants pulled from tonight's agenda. Anything? We'll move to item number 9, the consent agenda. Can I have a motion to accept the consent agenda?
Motion.
Motion by George, second by Rose. Please proceed to vote.
It was
Is Randy?
Randy made the motion.
Randy made the motion, Norma. Sorry.
Yay.
That's unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved, the board approves the consent agenda. Recommended action, including the business portion, items 9A through F. Next item is item 10, board committee reports. Do we have anything? We have some policies coming down, but I don't know. Haven't received anything yet. Okay. Moving to item number 11, old business. Anything? We have anything? Okay, moving to item number 12, public session for items that are not on tonight's agenda, and we don't have anyone signed up. We'll move to item 13, announcements, reminders, and upcoming events. Is there anyone? Okay, we'll go to new business. Oh, okay. Sorry.
I will keep this quick. Good evening, everyone. We have had a couple of very, very busy nights, and I'm going to try to mention a few of the highlights that we've seen, and I'm sure I'm going to miss things because there's just something going on all the time around here. We have had a concert on March 21st, our Music in Our Schools month that involved grades 4 through 12. That was a phenomenal showing to see all of those kids up there singing their hearts out and playing their hearts out all at the same time. We had our competition night on the 24th for our high school students. Just this week, we've had Junior National Honor Society inductions, National Honor Society inductions, pre-calculus and calculus presentations in the upper gym, which was pretty impressive to see what some of those kids had put together. They have done phenomenal research, and they've got just a wealth of information about how calculus, pre-calculus topics are used in so many of the things that affect us. Last night we had our poetry slam for our 8th graders. Again, phenomenal poems that they wrote and performed. It was very impressive to watch all of our 8th graders get up there and do that. College signing was tonight. Tomorrow we're finishing strong for the week with our color wars for our 7th and 8th graders at the end of the day. So starting about 12:30-ish. We're all looking forward to some rest and relaxation over spring break. And then we come back and we're moving strongly into our 4th quarter. We end our 3rd quarter the Friday after we get back, and we start the rush for the end of the year with more testing, more plays, more proms, more everything. So I'm looking forward to another 10 weeks of busyness and some great things that happen here at Tri-Valley.
Thank you, Ms. Toomey.
Good evening. A lot of great things are happening down at our elementary school. Today we had a virtual author visit from author Lauren Tarshish. She's the author of the ever popular I Survive series. Children love reading their books. They had a chance to interact with her, ask questions. She actually read them a chapter of her new unreleased, unpublished book yet, so they got to hear a chapter of a book that's not out yet. It was a great time by all. Tomorrow night, finally, it looks like we're going to have sneaker night. I think we've had 2 or 3 postponements due to weather, but it looks like it's finally going to happen. Children are really excited about it. The buzz is like it's finally happening. Can't wait. Children are so happy. And last, as Ms. Toomey says, everybody have a great spring break. Relax, recharge, because we're going to have a busy rest of the year. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Bebenrod. Okay, moving along to new business, item 14, A through J. We did the trip, the camp trip request. So we'll move to item B, which is appointment reassignment typist. It's an action. Can I have a motion to accept the appointment reassignment for the typist?
Motion.
Motion by Pat.
Second.
Second by George. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Yay.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved upon recommendation of the superintendent of schools that the Board of Education at its March 30th, 2023 meeting approves the permanent appointment of Deborah Dubus to the position of typist as per Sullivan County Civil Service Rules and Regulations, effective July 1st, 2023, for a probationary period of 26 weeks. The salary for the 2023-2024 school year will be step 13 on the TESA unified schedule, $24.84 per hour, 7.5 hours per day, 240 days per year. Annual salary is $48,712. All accrued benefits earned in receptionist position will carry forward. The appointment is to fill the open assignment created by Michelle Scow's retirement. And Deb Dubus, congratulations, and we hope you enjoy your new job. Our next item is item C, is the appointment of a substitute. It is an action. And can I have a motion to approve the appointment of a substitute?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Danielle, second by Travis.
Yes.
Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Yay.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved, the board approves the appointment of Olivia Kessler as elementary school substitute / teaching assistant / teacher aide for 2022-2023 pending fingerprint clearance. Is Olivia Kessler here? No? Okay. Moving to item number D, tenure appointment. Can I have a motion to accept the resolution for the tenure appointment?
Motion.
Motion by Rose.
Second.
Second by Danielle. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Yay.
Okay, that is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved that in compliance with the provisions of Section 3013 of the Education Law and Part 30 of the Rules of the Board of Regents, and upon the recommendation of Erin Long, Superintendent, that Danielle Cornish, a probationary administrator, having been appointed by the Board of Education to a 4-year probationary appointment in the tenure area of school administration, effective July 1, 2019, and having been shown that Danielle Cornish holds a valid New York State certificate number 1397265-201 in the Tri-Valley Central School District, now by resolution of this Board of Education dated March 30th, 2023, this Board of Education does hereby appoint Danielle Cornish to tenure in the area of school administration effective June 30th, 2023. Congratulations, Danielle Cornish. Okay, moving to item E, resignation. Can I have a motion to accept the resolution for the resignation? Motion by Tim,
Second.
second by Pat. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Yay.
That's unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved, the board accepts Diana Mendez emailed resignation from her position in the district dated and received March 27th, 2023, effective April 27th, 2023. Item F, appointment substitute industrial arts teacher per diem. Can I have a motion to accept the appointment of the substitute industrial arts teacher?
Motion.
Motion by Rose,
Second.
second by Danielle. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Yay.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools that the Board of Education at its March 30th, 2023 meeting approves the appointment of Joe Leisure to a substitute industrial arts teacher position per diem. Per diem rate will be $150 per day, effective April 11th, 2023. Item G, appointment amendment, tenure track math teacher. Can I have a motion to accept the appointment amendment for the tenure track math teacher?
Motion.
Motion by Rose, second by
Hartman.
Travis. Any discussion?
Do have a question. With the emergency COVID-19 certification in mathematics, with that period, can you explain that a little bit more? And what does this teacher have to do in a certain time frame?
So Jordan joined us this year. He was appointed last May and received a COVID certification at that time. And he came from a charter school. So in that, the school that he taught at had to write a letter to the state to justify his teaching time. And the letter to the state was written for both science and math. So the state rejected it because it didn't look like he had enough teaching time in math. So we had to go back to the drawing board with that. He still had to take a couple state exams. And so we were still able to get an emergency certification. He has all the credentials. He has his master's degree. He just needs to finish his final exam, but he has an emergency certification.
So once he gets that final exam taken as successfully,
Mhm.
the start date is still the start date from tonight.
Yes, the start date will stay the same. It's just he'll go to a provisional certificate.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay. Please proceed to vote.
Yay.
That's unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools that the Board of Education amends the May 17th, 2022 appointment of Jordan Hanson to a 4-year probationary term in the mathematics tenure area commencing September 1, 2022, to have a new start date of February 17th, 2023, running through February 16th, 2027. Jordan Hanson holds emergency COVID-19 certification in mathematics 7 through 12, valid through February 17th, 2023 through August 31st, 2025. Next item is item H, Unified Tax Exemption Policy. Can I have a motion to accept the Unified Tax Exemption Policy?
Motion.
Motion by George,
Second.
second by Rose. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Yay.
That's unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools that the Board of Education at its March 30th, 2023 meeting approves the UTEP Unified Tax Exemption Policy Agreement with respect to the West Delaware Hydro Project in the County of Sullivan Industrial Development Agency. This agreement amends and extends the term of the existing pilot, payment in lieu of taxes, for an additional 10 years through February 1st, 2033. Thank you. Next item is item I, is the adoption of a budget for 2023 through 2024 school year. Can I have a motion for the adoption of the budget for the 2023-24 school year?
Motion.
Motion by Randy,
Second. Hartman.
second by Travis. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Yay.
It's unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved, the board adopts the proposed budget in the amount of $36,497,136 for the 2023-2024 school year. Item J, adoption of contingency budget for 2023-2024 school year. Can I have a motion for the adoption of the contingency budget 2023-2024 school year?
Motion.
Motion by Rose,
Second.
second by Danielle. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Yay.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved, the board adopts the proposed contingency budget in the amount of $169,986 for the 2023-2024 school year. Moving to item number 15, board comment session. Go around the room. Brent, anything? Randy? Travis?
No, thank you.
Congratulations, Travis, from
Thank you for that.
son. George?
Yes, if I may, I'd like to congratulate your new hires. Welcome to Tri-Valley, and the ones that have been here, thank you. The lights I've been working on, I haven't got the answer that I want yet totally to present to the board, but I am working on it. And some surprising numbers in a good way. And I'll be getting back to you maybe the next meeting.
Okay, thank you.
The music concert I attended, it was well received. There was a lot of people there, a lot of young people. And the kids did a great job. And I think we all should be proud of them and the directors as well. Along with that, I saw a lot of young parents. And they had young kids there, very young. And I heard one of them mention something about a changing station for their young ones. Do we have that at Tri-Valley at our school? And if we don't, I don't see it taking much to provide that for our young mothers. And I think it would be great for the district to show that, we appreciate them coming and bringing their kids. They're little kids. And they did make a little noise at times, but once the music started, they were silent. So there's a lot to be said about music. Driver's ed, I was just wondering how we're proceeding on that. It's something I'm sort of looking forward to in the district and helping our kids learn how to drive. And unfortunately, read a lot of things happen and tragic things happen and with our kids today driving, and if we can prevent just one of those, would go a long way. So if anybody has any comments on that, maybe we could respond.
I don't have any updates on driver's ed at this time, but I'm working on it.
Thank you. Safety in our schools. I'm still a big one on that. I think we're doing a good job, but I think we can do a better job. I think everybody has to be aware of that at all times, and it just doesn't start here with the board. I think everybody in this school, faculty, and everybody has a place in that. And I don't think we should let our guard down at all at any moment, especially with what you're hearing in today's society. I just don't get it. I apologize. I don't get kids shooting kids. I don't get it. But I'm going to throw something out to you that I've been thinking about. And when we started having a conversation here at safety and bringing in SROs and monitors and everything else, there was a little pushback from the community. And that was, I don't know, it was a number of years ago. And I think the community is getting well aware of that, the need of it. But I want to go a step farther. I'd like to see metal detector. I'm throwing it out there because I really believe that there's a need for it. Look, we spent money on a voting machine we're going to use once a year. We could be using this metal detector every day of the year. So just think about it. I don't know how you feel, but I certainly would like to have a little feedback. With that, thank you for its time.
Thank you, George. Rose?
I just want to say how proud I am of all of the students at Tri-Valley who participated in the concert and the presentations for pre-calc and calculus, and especially the members who were inducted and are all a part of our honor societies. They're all doing a great job.
Thank you, Rose. Danielle?
Yeah, there was quite a few of us the other night that attended the Honor Society induction, and I wanted to thank especially Mr. Giroux and Ms. Kakos for putting together such an excellent program, but also recognizing the teachers and our administration for the amount of college credits that these seniors have earned the past few years. It is phenomenal that the ranges were from 15 credits to over 40 credits that students have earned. Some of them have finished their freshman year of college already and into their sophomore year. And I think that is a huge commendation to all the faculty and staff in our school. It's a great accomplishment, and thank you all.
Thank you, Danielle. I just have a quick comment. I passed around I got this notice from BOCES late today about the Sullivan County private school transportation. Just wanted you to all be aware of it. This is something that's trying to be pushed through Eileen Gunther's budget. And the NISBA is, pushing back on it, that we would have to bear the cost of providing this transportation. So just for your information, read it, and maybe next meeting we'll have more information on it. Okay. I have a question to ask everyone. We have had scheduled on our calendar a meeting for April 11th in case the budget did not come through tonight. Does anyone object to us canceling and eliminating that meeting? That would be a Tuesday night. It's the first day I think we come back, right? So there's no need to have it because the budget is passed through the board. So are we good? We'll remove it from the calendar. Everybody's in agreement? Okay. I did go to the calculus event. It was great. I thought the projects were great. I was very impressed with the presenting of everybody had really good dialogue and was very up on their project. And I thought it was a really nice event. Can't wait to see it next year. Okay, Tim?
Just a couple quick things. We'll start with, the fact that we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of our seniors going to play college athletics. That's a tremendous accomplishment. And for most of us in the room, I know certainly in my profession, if you can play college athletics and complete your degree and maintain a life, you're ready to take on the world. Every year, Tri-Valley puts out college athletes. The ceremony that they did tonight, Mr. Kloss hosted, coaches attended. The kids feel appreciated. Their hard work is valued. Just outstanding stuff. And you talk about the concerts and, all of the great things, the induction ceremonies. That's how Tri-Valley used to feel prior to COVID. I know a lot of you guys were here before then. A lot of us were students here. We're back, and that's a credit to the staff, to the administration. We are not where we were a few years ago. So thank you, and keep it up. Lastly, Bear Cup basketball wrapped up. For those that aren't involved, it is sheer chaos on Sundays in our school. 150 little ones playing basketball, mauling each other on the courts. And the interest level is so high. And those games are usually refereed by our high school athletes. Just a tremendous feeder program. Very well done by the staff. Omar Del Quadra ran that this year. Great job. And that's all I have for you.
Thanks, Tim. Pat?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay. I have a motion to adjourn.
If I may say one thing, please.
Sure.
I think with what Tim's talking about, it's a tribute to our athletic department and our athletic staff, and especially our athletic director. They recruit, they go out, try to get these kids involved at younger ages, and I think we have a good team here at Tri-Valley, and we should be thankful that we do have a good team, because when kids are involved, it's like a previous board member said he had a bumper sticker on his truck. Kids that hunt and fish don't mug little old ladies. That means if you keep them busy, they're going to be good good kids, good students, and good people. So we have good people here at Tri-Valley. Thank you.
Thank you. Motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Rose, second by Danielle. Please proceed to vote.
Yay.